Hi everyone, my name is Elvira Abdullaeva. I am a current student of the second year at HEC, and I'm here on my exchange at HHL Graduate School of Management in Leipzig, Germany. And in this video I want to share some of my impressions of our academic environment and also some differences with the university. So, to start with, I want you to have a brief look at similarities and differences that I've noticed so far between universities. So let's start with the similarities. I guess most important one is that based on my experience, I think that both universities have a lot of teamwork and group works, even during classes. At HEC we always do something all together with other students, and here teamwork is a huge part of academic environment. I guess almost 100% of my classes and courses had something like that. Also, another similarity is that there are a lot of co-workings. So actually you can spend the whole day on campus because you have Mensa here, you have like lectures here, and also you can have the rest of the day spend it in co-workings doing like your teamwork with your group mates or just doing your individual assignment, which is rare, but still. Another similarity I may say is that both universities, my experience at HEC so far as well as at HHL, is like the lectures are almost every time is more like a dialogue, not just lecture of teacher speaking. It's more like he or she is trying to involve all the students into conversation when it's relevant. So here it's basically like that. So now about differences. The most obvious and most maybe interesting one is that it's a grading system. In Russia we used to normal grading system from 1 to 5, and at some places like HEC from 1 to 10, where 1 is like the worst one and the 10 is like the most excellent one. And here it's kind of vice versa. You have 1 as the most excellent work and 5 as the worst one. So it's kind of interesting and a little hard to understand like where you are according to HEC's system. So another really crucial difference is that here overall in Germany at HHL 2, you don't really know the marks of your classmates. I mean, you kind of know them, but they are not disclosed with the name and surname. So you basically have your student ID, and when you receive marks, even if you receive a list for the whole group, you cannot really understand who exactly has which mark. And actually that's a huge difference, because here it's like prohibited by the law to disclose like openly all the marks. And in Russia, for example, we always receive Excel with all the names and surnames listed, so you can check your most, smartest classmates. So it's like a huge difference. Another thing is that I guess it's more of a cultural difference, but still, on my personal experience, it's approach to deadlines, because, for example, in Russia with my teammates, we always, most of the times, we have such an approach that we start doing something really intensively but really close to the deadline. And here I had like a few group works where we finished like almost a few days before the deadline. But I think it's more my teammates because there are different groups, of course. So now a little of my impressions on what's going on regarding COVID and pandemic and how it influences the overall academic environment. So every course was available and is still available in a hybrid mode. So you actually could both have online or offline. However, there was only one course that was fully either offline or online, but it was like a German course, a language course. And actually I understand this because the teacher, he always used some kind of interactions, like some games and so on and so forth. So it's really hard to have it while in a hybrid mode. But Another thing that happened recently is that COVID situation got worse, and actually all the studies were turned online. So it's actually really sad to spend like the last months in the room doing studies, and also all the co-working they were closed. But when they were still opened, it was really nice to work there and be there. And I think that hybrid mode at HHL was really nice. It actually was organized really professionally. It had never influenced in a bad way the overall environment in class and overall impression from the course and like learning curve. So I guess that's the most important thing that I wanted to share with you about the adaptation, about cultural differences, and maybe not only cultural and academic. So thank you for your attention.